everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to look at the potential. What if Prince Andrew is given more of a role, and more of a public facing role at the coronation? How would he be treated by the press? How would the public react to him, and how would he feel about it? So the first one, overall, we're just going to look at how that might pan out and how the public and the press would react to it. So let's have a look and see where we're going to go with this. So let us see where he is in all of this. Knight of Coins. So straight away, we've got this kind of wealthy, rich to do, bright idea. I wonder if he is gonna get into the coronation by talking up how he could do more stuff with business to King Charles. I wonder if that's his entry point. What's crossing the situation? The Queen of Wands in reverse. That is really interesting. Now, the Queen of Wands, when we're doing royal family readings, is Meghan. So there's something regarding Meghan than the Knight of Coins. That could well be Harry as well, because Pentacles. I wonder if his role, or maybe he's going to think of his role. Six of Swords. Moving on and moving on to something else. Okay. So I really feel like there's going to be so much fixation on Harry and Meghan, and especially with something Meghan is up to around the time of the coronation, and will they, won't they, that it creates a kind of vacuum. I mean, I don't want to bring up Meghan and Harry in every royal family reading, but they do cast long shadows. And the Queen of Swords underneath. So that would be Sophie. I don't think he's gonna get an active role within it. He wants people to move on from it. I feel like this deflection of Harry and Meghan, and it's almost like him saying he won't even notice. Just he wants to kind of keep on moving. I wonder if we're going to see him on the actual procession. This is causing a lot of turbulence and a lot of leading up to the coronation. There is a lot of upset to see whether he will attend. I feel like coming up to the coronation event itself, it doesn't look to me like he is gonna get in on it. There's a banking on Harry and Meghan acting up, because of course they're going to act up. And there's some impatience around the situation. Is not Wheel of Fortune, fated, Page of Swords, Page of Cups, I think with the Wheel of Fortune and the Page of Swords around there, there's a definite, it's almost like he's got magical thinking in a way. I know, well, I'm a tarot reader, but he really does feel like he's been fated. He doesn't realize that he's kind of making his own luck with this. The Page of Swords, that energy around there shows that there is some bristling anger, resentment and hostilities against him. The Wheel of Fortune, he's like, I'll be fated, it doesn't matter. But the Hanged Man in reverse shows that there's an impatience and a wanting people to move on. It's almost like he is ready to move on. He's annoyed at the pub? It's like being annoyed at the public because they won't forget about the Epstein stuff. He doesn't see it as being, he still doesn't see it as being the massive problem and impact it was. I do feel like he's saying something to King Charles about business. And we've got the Queen of Swords there underneath. And that mightn't be Sophie. That might be somebody who is an advisor to him. Actually, that's Sarah Ferguson, isn't it? Because she's a Libra. I forget about that. So she could well be underneath him, telling him to go forward. And this is a really good idea. We have got the Knight of Coins, and he's kind of hoping that Harry and Meghan create more noise to it, and there's some upsets about him being in the ceremony as well. I really feel like there's like a lot of impatience. I think with the Page of Swords there, we've got the Knight, we've got the Page of Cups in reverse as well. He really feels like there's just a lot of gossip and immaturity around him, even though there's Page of Swords where there's somebody who is quite vicious, and I'd be careful if I was him. You've got the Four of Wands above. In the longer term, I wonder if Beatrice is going to be expecting as well. I know Eugenie's just come out and expecting, but maybe he should just focus on his family rather than his extended family and what they have and what they don't have. Looking at it, he is hoping that Harry and Meghan will make more noise. There's a certain sense of that he's trying to say, like, people should move on. We need to move on from it, and this is one way of getting everyone to move on from the situation. And it'll be good for his business. He can go back and do business stuff or whatever that was all about. The Hanged Man in reverse is there's an impatience because things don't go the way it is and is fated. He should be really careful. He does feel like things are fated, and there's this magical sense of the Wheel of Fortune turning there. He kind of, he just thinks the wind's been blowing the wrong way for him when he doesn't have any. Let me have a look. Again, we've got the Pentacles coming up. So this is how he feels about the coronation. We've got the Eight of Pentacles. This is Andrew, of course, I'm talking about. And he's wanting to kind of say he's trying to do all this work and he wants to get his head down and be part of something. But there's the Knight of Pentacles crossing him. There is things regarding Harry. There are things regarding Harry that he has trouble with. And because Harry's not doing it, he's not allowed it. Could this be to do with succession? Could this be to do with the line of succession? Could this be to do with the councillors of state, maybe? He thinks that it would be a really good time to do his rebrand. He wants to be part, it's weird. He's saying he wants to be part of the team and he wants to do part of the monarchy and part of everything, but he's still thinking, but I'll get all the attention as well. I'll get all, you know, this is a great way to move on and to get everything. There's the Seven of Wands. So we go from the Eight of Pentacles looking like, yeah, I want to work with everyone, I want to put my head down, to him feeling like he was being unfairly attacked and he was kind of set up for everything. There's the Two of Wands leaving the situation. There's the Knight of Swords. And there's the Star. Okay, so the King of Swords, sorry, the Two of Wands in reverse shows that there has been some frustrations. There is frustrations with regarding to communication, not only communication, but working with people creatively. Somebody really has, he feels stifled. He doesn't feel things are forward looking. By forward looking, it's, he doesn't believe people right, his redemption arc, if you're not on board with it, then you're reductive. You can't see past a certain level of stuff. He's really kind of we have got the King of Swords in reverse coming up with the Hanged Man in reverse. The King of Swords, of course, there's that energy where there is a very corrupt, if I was him, he's best off kind of out of the way, to be honest with you. So we have got the Star there, and there is a new way of doing things. Like King Charles will be doing things slightly differently. There's that dispassionate kind of view of doing things when it comes to the Star. Although it's a very hopeful card, it can also be quite cold and slightly alien and a bit weird in a way. It's also a time of miracles. So he, like I said about that magical thinking, he really is on board with that magical thinking as well. The Seven of Cups, there is gaslighting around him. People, I think people, tell him tall tales and feed up his ego. 3 of Pentacles, again, what he's hopeful for is working and bringing in more money and doing stuff with regards to, I think he's going to end up being a more kind of Paul Burrell type character. And there's the Queen of Swords in reverse. Interesting. So that quick, he's got both the King and the Queen of Swords have come into his cards. So he is not going to get any, even though Meghan and Harry are going to get by far more column inches, by far more attention, people are not going to get on board with his redemption arc and will not be completely on board with it. He's got the Hanged Man in reverse there, so he will get frustrated. He will be annoyed, and he's not necessarily taking the best advice. There is somebody around him with the King of Swords energy. This is somebody, this came through for him in a reading I did around the photo. He is getting some bad legal advice. He's getting some bad business advice. He needs to be careful regarding contracts. He needs to be careful regarding who he associates with. And now with the Queen of Swords in there as well, I really feel like it's got underneath, like, he values people. Like, it's great to have people around you love and who can speak to you and get through to you, but not everybody's an expert on everything. Sometimes you need to ask people who are outside of your circle. He doesn't seem to listen to anyone that doesn't say what he wants to hear, and this is his downfall. I don't think it's going to go well. He wants a redemption arc. It's not going to land well. I do feel like he is going to get unfortunately he's going to get pretty much more of the same with regards to maybe some booing or shouting. If he puts his head above the parapet, it's not going to go well for him there. We may see somebody with the Page of Swords there. We may see somebody be quite hot-headed around him. You know, that's not good. The Queen of Swords there as well in the future. He needs, these are all potentials. These aren't necessarily everything that's going to definitely happen, because this is a potential reading. He would, the best way to resolve this, the best way to support him and his family and everyone like that would be maybe just to stay away. To be honest with you, just not go at all. But that's not going to happen. But there we go. So that's Prince Andrew. Let me know what you think down below. If there's anything you would like to add, anything you would take away from the reading. If there's any specific readings you'd like me to do, please sound off down below. Thank you so much for being here. I do appreciate your guys' time, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye everyone.